Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers Game 1 against the Miami Heat tonight. I just want to give you guys my thoughts and my opinions about the results of tonight's game and what this all means moving forward when it comes to the Lakers and the NBA Finals against the Miami Heat. There was just a lot of great moments in tonight's game that I just want to get into when it comes to, Anthony Davis and the bench, the big men that we have, and the results of tonight's game. So I just want to give you guys my thoughts and my opinions about it. Without further ado, let's just get right into it. So guys, the Lakers, as of right now, they won in tonight's game. In Game 1 against the Miami Heat. It was basically a blowout performance for the Los Angeles Lakers, especially in the third quarter when they were up by almost 26 to 29 point lead in the third quarter. And that all began basically at the second quarter. The Lakers at one point, they just wanted to manage the wind that they were on, and they just continued on with the greatness of Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and, the whole squad. Basically, they all stepped up out there. And even from Danny Green, from his shooting ability, KCP, who, back-to-back threes in the first quarter. I mean, he was sensational in the first quarter as well. And, even from Danny Green, also from threes. I mean, they were making their shots go in. I believe at one point they were like 65% from the three in this particular game. They're not always going to be scoring that well, but, in this particular moment, they stepped up in a huge way by making their shots from the three go in. And, the dominance of Anthony Davis with, I believe he had somewhere around 34 points out there. He really stepped up for the Los Angeles Lakers, especially in the third quarter, when they were basically up a huge lead. He just continued on to show his greatness in the third quarter and just, dominated in a huge way. So, Anthony Davis was just, sensational as well for the Los Angeles Lakers. And I can honestly say this from right now. He could potentially get Finals MVP if the Lakers, continue on this great, attack and this Mamba mentality that they're on. It's just, somehow they're just really on their A game, because it was just amazing how huge of a lead that they took away from the Miami Heat, and it's just, they were just nonstop with the offensive attack and at the same time playing great defense. And, even though the starters, they stepped up their role, the main players actually who really stepped up in a huge way was the bench, especially, when the Lakers were kind of struggling in the first quarter. The second unit stepped up in a huge way when it came down to, taking their lead back when they were, I believe, somewhere around 7 points down. So in the first quarter, the bench just stepped up in a huge way from Rondo and Alex Caruso. And, they just really stepped up in a huge way, especially for Rondo. Playoff Rondo really came to play for the Los Angeles Lakers as well, coming off the bench wise, and, shooting threes that, lately in the playoffs, he's been doing very well with that when it comes to shooting threes. I believe he was somewhere around 45% in the playoffs so far. And, he was just a huge help for the Lakers when it came to that particular moment in the first quarter leading into the second quarter, where they really, got a huge lead over the Miami Heat. And when it comes to the Miami Heat, I mean, Jimmy Butler, he is a great player, and he's one of the best shooting guards in this league. He was just not qualified enough to go one-on-one with the great LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And, he was just, taking, I don't know how the word to say it. I mean, he was just not on his A game when it came down to it. And, injuries have occurred for the Miami Heat from Dragic and Bam. And, this sadly to see those type of players getting certain injuries into the game is just kind of sad to see that. But at the same time, the Lakers, they were just on a roll. They just did not want to, come out with a loss in game one, and it really showed that the Lakers really wanted to win this game against the Miami Heat. And there's not really much to talk about when it comes to this win. I mean, they really stepped up, especially from the bench. They stepped up their role. From Caruso, Rajon Rondo, and then when it comes to the starters, LeBron, Anthony Davis, the combo of those two duos, one of the best duos in the NBA right now. I can honestly say since Kobe and Shaq. I mean, they are the true duos of this basically this generation so far. And you can make the argument that this is LeBron's probably his best teammate that he ever has. You can make the comparison. Maybe Dwayne Wade is LeBron's best teammate of all time. But so far, Anthony Davis, he's basically one of the top 5 players in the NBA, and he is giving us 30-point games since playing in the playoffs so far. So. Like I said, the Lakers so far, they're just doing very well when it comes to playing defense and going into offensive attack when it comes to the first quarter, which we've been witnessing in this playoffs so far. And, this drive that they're on right now, I hope they just continue on this passion that they're on. And, without a doubt that by everything that we've been seeing from the Lakers, and how they can just basically take over any certain moment in certain games, we can honestly see maybe a sweep. But I'm not putting that sort of mindset going into the series. I mean, in any given moment, the Heat might basically turn things around and play their type of basketball attack. So, I'm not putting anything right now where the Lakers might, somehow take this series into a whole different level. But, so far, they're doing very well. They take this one game into the NBA Finals with a 1-0 series. And so far, they're not really disappointing me when it comes to their performance. So far into the not just in the finals, but throughout the playoffs, they've been A+ on my list when it came down to how driven they are when it comes to winning a championship this year. And especially when it's all said and done, even though LeBron is achieving one thing when it comes to getting another ring and Anthony Davis getting his first ring, what really matters at the end of the day is they're all doing this for Kobe Bryant, the late Kobe Bryant, after him being passing away in January, in the plane crash. So where everything starts right now, the Lakers are just doing it for Kobe Bryant every step of the way when it comes to the success that they were on in the first round, in the semifinals, in the Western Conference Finals until now. And, so far, they're just doing very well. I hope they just keep that mindset moving forward when it comes to this series. And hopefully, things go well for the Los Angeles Lakers moving forward. So guys, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel, share my videos all over Facebook, Twitter, all that good social media stuff. And please give me your thoughts about the Lakers, win tonight against the Miami Heat in Game 1. What did you like about the Los Angeles Lakers? Was it the defense? Was it the offensive attack? The huge lead that they took over in the second quarter? What did you like about the Lakers tonight? I mean, I really loved the defense. Okay, the number one priority that I loved about the Lakers was their defense. going into the season, going into the playoffs. I mean, they were just, aggressively playing defense in any sort of matchup that they were in. And when it comes all said and done, the Miami Heat, they were just outplayed by the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes to defensive wise. And, because, the Miami Heat, they lack defenders. Okay. They don't have a really good defending team, not a lot of big men. And, with the injury to Bam, they don't really have a lot of big men to guard players like Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, Markieff Morris, LeBron even. So, it's just so far, it's not this series so far starting for the Miami Heat is not looking so well. And, that's why I said it could be a possibility that the Lakers might sweep the Miami Heat. So that's the possibility. But, I'm not really ruling that out because, the Miami Heat might surprise us. Being the underdog. So, for me, I love the underdogs. Okay. I can think of any sort of moment in sports history where, underdogs achieve in many certain ways when it comes to, championship wise, like the Denver Broncos back in 2016, where they were playing against the Panthers. So, they were the underdog, and guess what happened? They won a Super Bowl in 2016. So I love the underdogs. I mean, I'm not trying to say that, the Lakers might lose, to the underdogs. But, any given moment, the Miami Heat might change this narrative, moving forward into the NBA Finals. But, knowing the Lakers, they will, in any given moment, step up to the paint and just, dominate every single night. And they have a mindset and a goal in mind in the NBA Finals, and that is to win a championship this year. This is the perfect moment for them. This is the perfect moment for LeBron James. And, for Anthony Davis, he has many years to go when it comes to winning more championships down the road. So this is the Lakers' time. This is the Lakers' moment to win a championship, and I just can't wait for what's in store for us in this series going into the NBA Finals. And, at any given moment, a championship is under the horizon for the Los Angeles Lakers. So please, guys, comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel, share my videos. I'll leave the links to my social media sites in the description of this video so you guys can check it out. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you will know when I upload on every single moment on this channel. So if you guys just hit that notification bell right next to the subscribe button, I really do appreciate that. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.